At 5:25 this morning, the Sri Lankan delegation comprising of 111 members, including Deputy Chief Prelate of Askiriya Chapter, Most Venerable Veneruvi Uparitera, and Minister of Youth and Sports Namal Rajapaksa, left for India in a Sri Lankan Airlines charter flight. The purpose was to be the first to arrive at the new Kushinagar International Airport, which was scheduled to be inaugurated following the arrival of the delegation. The sacred relics of the Kapilavastu, which were enshrined at the Rajaguru Sri Subhuti Temple in Vaskaduva, were also aboard the flight.
This event puts Kushinagar, the place of the Buddha's Mahaparinirvana, at the center of the Buddhist circuit in India. It creates another link in the strong chain of people-to-people ties between India and Sri Lanka, in which Buddhism plays a central role.
The delegation landed at the Kushinagar International Airport at 9:26 a.m. The Kushinagar International Airport was then inaugurated by Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi following the arrival of the Sri Lankan delegation. After the inauguration, a meeting was held between Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Minister of Youth and Sports Namal Rajapaksa. During the talks, Minister Rajapaksa presented the Sinhala, English and Tamil translations of the Bhagavad Gita. Later, both the Indian Prime Minister and the Sri Lankan delegation joined a special event organized to mark the Vappoya Day, during which Lord Buddha delivered Abhidhamma in the divine realm of Tautisa.
I recall it was Honorable Sri Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister of India, suggested to Prime Minister of Sri Lanka on a virtual bilateral summit that was held September 2020 that 100 members from the Buddhist clergy must join for the inaugural flight to Kushinagar. It's an honor we will cherish for years to come. The greatest gift that Sri Lanka has ever got from India is Buddhism. Ever since it arrived, the relationship between people to people in our countries have been growing strength to strength. Mahinda Rajapaksa, the Prime Minister of Sri Lanka, commissioned the translation of Bhagavad Gita into all languages that we speak in Sri Lanka. We believe that this will not only benefit the Sri Lankans, but everyone all over the world. It symbolizes the role India has played in our history and the role India will play in the future. I would also like to thank Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi for extending a grant of $15 million to Sri Lanka to strengthen the Buddhist ties between our two nations. I believe today that you have created history once again. By opening the doors to Kushinagar, Buddhists not only from Sri Lanka but from all over the world will be able to visit one of the most sacred sites in Buddhism.
आप सभी की उपस्थिति भारत और श्रीलंका की हजारों साल पुरानी
Your presence is a symbol of the spiritual, religious and cultural inheritance of Sri Lanka and India, which goes back thousands of years. We are aware that Buddhism was first introduced to Sri Lanka by the Emperor Ashoka's son Arhat Mahinda and daughter Sangamitta. It is said that on a day like today, Arhat Mahinda returned to India and conveyed to his father how enthusiastically the message of Lord Buddha was received by Sri Lanka. This news increased the faith that the message of Lord Buddha is for the entire world and for humanity. Therefore, this day gives a new energy to the years-old cultural ties of all our nations. It is my good fortune that I was able to pay homage to the temple of the sacred tooth relic in Kandy. I believe that by following the ideology of Lord Buddha, all of us together will be able to pave the way for the betterment of humanity.
Meanwhile, the sacred relics of Kapilavastu will be on display in Kushinagar today and tomorrow. The sacred relics will be then brought to Varanasi on Friday the 22nd.
Close Up Ever Fresh Toothpaste. පැය 12ක් දක්වා නැවුම් මුවක පහස අත්විඳින්න.